Special. Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. With special guest star, Beatrice Arthur.
I hate these droids. What are you doing down here?
Are we back?
We are back.
Okay.
And I'm scared. I don't like these guys.
I know. I was just like trying to find a good spot to sink. I have to like make mental notes. So he was like strafing on the stairs.
Yeah, there was multiple sinks, and I was just like, I'm just definitive sink.
Okay. Did you hear about who they want to play as Iceman?
Nope.
Do you know who the MCU is talking or in talks to try to get the actor for Iceman? Shia LaBeouf.
What?
Really? Oh shit.
I mean, I know better at this point than to judge a choice until I see it. Everyone's kind of thing. Everyone was made aware of that with the whole Heath Ledger thing.
I think they said Iceman. I didn't think they were talking about like anything with Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're talking about Iceman. Iceman.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on Twits.
Here, this is the non sequitur linking back to the last episode.
Okay.
But that's Blue Galactus versus non-Blue Galactus.
All right.
Let me take a peek at that. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's just one page.
Very.
Oh yeah, sure.
This is a complete. You're watching this without having watched the last one. It's complete non sequitur.
Yeah. There's a Blue Galactus. Look
Blue
for him.
Galactus.
Blue Galactus.
There's an error in Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #1.
There's a blaster.
A coloring error where Galactus got miscolored from his normal color to white and blue. And it's a error variant thing that you can find. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
What is so cool about Iceman? And why do you think Shia LaBeouf would be an interesting...
What do you mean, what's so cool about Iceman? He's an Omega level mutant.
But he's just a cold
boy. What about
boy.
him do you think says, like, Shia LaBeouf would be a good Iceman?
That I don't know. But...
what about his character can you tell us? Like, what's some characteristics of him?
Iceman. He's the youngest of the bunch.
He's the youngest of the bunch.
So he jokes around a lot.
Way back to serve frozen
kind of the
bananas.
heart of the team, that OG team. He is now gay in the books. Oh. So I don't know if anybody would be like, "Hey, you're getting a not gay guy to play a gay guy" thing that happens sometimes.
That's a big thing now. That's a big thing now. But you got to get good gay actors to play gay characters.
Yes. So I don't know if that'll be a thing.
No, you don't.
That's what Hollywood is trying to push towards.
I know,
but
just like, you know how many, like, I bet it's pretty rare to find a really good, like, Oscar-worthy performance from, like, the LGBTQ community, because you're looking at such a small niche group of people. Mm-hmm. It's so, like,
they're there, I'm sure.
They're there.
But I'm sure
honestly,
difficult.
Do you think they're going to be the one to, make that movie the vehicle for them?
Based off of population percentage.
Do you know why they do that? It's because casting, you get butts and seats with who you cast.
Right.
So if the main character is like some rando,
to me, if
they're not going to get their money.
I mean, obviously, a lot of this has no personal.
I'm missing
connection or whatever. Like I know not the experiences or whatever of those people, but to me, having someone play the role, it's not as important. Like, it's more important to me that they play the role right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least, as long as the character is well done and the actor playing them does it respectfully.
Yeah, that's what being an actor is.
I don't have an issue, but again, it's...
Bill Burr has a great,
it's just my opinion.
He has a great philosophy around that. Like, you don't just... Like, when you look at it sports, right? You don't just find some rando to go kick a field goal, right? You get the best guy for the job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to fulfill their duty. You want them to do the best they can.
Yep.
Like, if it was like a person that was trans going up against another really well-known, well-respected actor, and you see the way that they approach the material, you gotta like look at the well-respected actor and be like, well, they have like this history of like doing characters like this. They
got the chops.
They have studied, like they do all this stuff. You can't just have life experience and just do the job.
I totally understand the feeling of wanting
Representation.
Yeah, wanting somebody
Yeah,
who
of course.
has lived those experiences to play that character. I get that.
But you want the best
But
person
you-
to
yeah.
do. You want the best person for the job.
Things ideally would be meritocracy, but, right? Is that what I'm looking for? Like where you get
People get to the
things
position
based
they
off
get
of
to
your
based on
ability.
that's a meritocracy.
Yeah.
Not based off of certain
Yeah.
requirements or certain whatevers. Just-
Equality of opportunity is what we should shoot for. Equality of outcome is just fucking
What
impossible.
there should be is an outlet for people that have those stories that they want to tell, and not just have it be like segregated to just the broad appeal of Hollywood. They should have
Yep.
these niche groups within Hollywood that can flourish and produce content that they want to make. Like if there's an LGBT
I could see
studio
it.
that wants to produce stuff, they should have that ability and they should do
I
it.
can see there being an issue on how people feel about that though too, because it's just here's your thing in this little thing, this little segment, instead of just being like, because that's the thing, is like they have niche communities and whatnot, but they want to see themselves in the big thing.
It all
Yeah.
depends on who wants to work with. It's very cutthroat.
There's
industry. You know
these
that.
these are problems I wouldn't even dream of having a solution for, but.
Exactly. I mean, there are different studios that do cater to those people, but
Yeah.
sometimes those people want to be even
Oh
more
my god.
niche and
Right.
want to not even associate with people that that even try to help them out. Like they want to be so secluded from that norm, so they can just say that they did it their way and they want to stick to their guns,
Yeah.
which is admirable, but still, it's way difficult, way more difficult than
I had a
just
thing
going
for a
with
second
studio.
about how we got to this, and it was about Iceman.
Yeah, I think that's what we do, Groucho.
It is.
We go in that direction.
Digressions.
which
Yeah,
is fine.
Iceman's a cool guy.
Any other characteristics other than he's gay?
Yeah, I
Fuck.
told you he's like the heart of
youngest?
the team, the youngest, one of the most powerful, potentially most powerful. As he gets older, he is able to kind of achieve that level of Omega level mutant.
Can he?
But-
what are some?
Omega level 2 means you can pretty much you're godlike in your powers, kind of.
So what storyline or something that's in his history that kind of
Couldn't tell
stands
you.
out?
Couldn't tell you.
No.
Wasn't he part of the
It's
Infinity
the
War?
X-Men, like I mean, unless you're like Wolverine or like
What's his real name?
it's a lot of team stuff. Bobby Drake.
Bobby Drake.
Sean Ashmore played him in the OG ones. Who's got cast as Lamplighter in The Boys season 2.
Oh,
Why is this happening?
But yeah,
I don't know.
Iceman's cool. He's
Sometimes
visually,
when
he's
seasons of a
visually,
show do well, they come up with the second season.
he's visually. Iceman's very visually cool.
It's a
too.
window
You can do
opening
a
up
lot
in the
visually
background
with
again.
Yeah, you can.
But I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, X-Men. Unless you're one of those people that they dedicate a lot of time to, it's hard to have real, super definitive. I mean, I gave you the key things with him. There was one time where he
Made out with Wolverine.
no, where his like body got shattered or something. His head was alive.
So he came back like T-1000,
but he was basically just like water based for a while. Weird.
like Alex Mack.
And he was eventually able to turn back human again.
I thought Alex Mack was Capri Sun based.
There are
Yeah.
he has potential for
Capri Sun
there's
based.
good stories. Yeah, Capri Sun based. Good potential for him. And I'm supportive of it if it means too that
Gosh.
we're gonna get actually the original X-Men, and not just these characters are cool, so we're gonna make them the originals.
With their silly costumes and everything.
Probably not, but
You can do the theme.
because the
Go ahead, do the theme. You know you want it.
bim 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 bim. No, But the original X-Men being Cyclops, Beast, Angel, Jean Grey, and Iceman. And I'm all for that. I like just being like, these are the OGs. I'm okay with holding off on Wolverine for a while. You know?
Yeah.
I think you could do a trilogy of X-Men movies before they meet Wolverine.
Sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Who would be your OG to start off with? Like in the first movie.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Just OG team.
Okay. Just right off the bat, they wouldn't like kind of form the team as they go throughout the movies, and then at the
I mean,
last.
you could, but Marvel's been doing the thing too recently where they try not to be too origin heavy now.
Okay.
Because everybody's.
I think they have to now because it's
Some of it now they really do.
well X-Men specifically because it was Fox.
Yeah.
Shit. Something funky's happening again.
But they, I don't know if they're. How they're going to go about it. But I could at least maybe meeting Wolverine in a third movie.
Maybe a cliffhanger at the end of the first or the second movie.
Because, like, well, no, that being, like, the meeting being, like, part of the end of the third movie. Because with the history of the X-Men, there's the OG team.
List them off.
I already listed the OGs.
Oh, okay.
Beast, Angel, Cyclops, Jean, Iceman, and Xavier.
No Storm?
No, she
I
was...
thought she was OG.
No. See? Movies. Movies
No,
and
that was
TV.
Cartoon.
That's what I'm saying. Movies and TV.
Cartoons.
Yeah, she's not original. And that was the team for a while. And then
But Jubilee?
Scott's brother, Alex, a.k.a. Havoc, came on. Lorna Dane, a.k.a. Polaris, she came on. And then the book got canceled because it wasn't a very successful book. And then it got brought back with Giant Size X-Men #1. And that's where you had...
X-Men Big and Tall?
It was the book itself was that big.
Just for Big and Tall guys?
Yeah,
Big and Tall
but
boys?
that's where the original team was captured on the island of Krakoa, which was a mutant island, and then they have to. Xavier puts together another team to go save them. Cyclops had escaped.
We'll have to be back in the next episode. But yeah, finish your thought.
Okay, Cyclops had escaped, and the second team was put together to go save the original team. Second team was Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm, Wolverine, and Sunfire and Thunderbird. And Sunfire left soon. Thunderbird died. A bunch of stuff happened, but that was the second team that came in. So that's why I'm saying you could do 3 movies without Wolverine and whatever. And then you can bring the second team in for the second trilogy, right?
Okay.
So a new team. That keeps it, too, from having characters age out.
Yeah.
And whatever. They can still be, like, in the background and be mentors or whatever.
There's so many X-Men. So you can just do, like, 3 trilogies, actually.
You can do as many trilogies as you want.
You can do the 2, like, kind of setups of the 2 teams, and then the
You have
third
2 or 3
trilogy.
teams go through. Because then after... that, and X-Men got big, then they started branching out. That's where New Mutants came in. That's already being made into a movie, or has been made into a movie.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Poor bastard. But then, so then if that gets, then you can do that for like a third iteration of the team. There's X-Force, X-Factor, which are different teams made up of a lot of characters from those teams. Because
mutants. Yeah.
the original X-Men, when they came back, were formed X-Factor. So they were the original X-Factor. When you had the second team as X-Men, whatever. There's a lot of possibilities.
There's tie-ins for Fear Factor and everybody.
Yes, X-Factor, Fear Factor, Fact or Fiction.
Sure.
But yeah, X-Men, you can do anything with it. You don't need to keep it. Dude, you could even, with the young, the people who play the young first class, 2 or 3, like another trilogy down the line, they can come back as like the older mentor characters then, because then they'd be adults, like they are now in the comic books.
Okay.
And then they could be the leaders of a younger team like they are now. See, there's possibilities up the shit. You don't have to worry about it.
This is what's fucking the game up.
Oh yeah, I forgot the game fucked up.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah, why is it? Why does it go away? Let me read that.